Alright guys, so now we are going to look at how to create follow-through pie charts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to my ellipse tool, select it, and then I'm going to give it no fill, so click on this, just like that. And then for the stroke, I'm going to give it a stroke of, we'll do 14. And I'm going to draw out a perfect circle, so click and drag like this. And I'm going to center it, so right here and here. And I will call this my follow through background. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another shape, but this time with no stroke. And it's going to have a fill. And we'll give it a fill of white. And then you're going to draw out a perfect circle again, a little bit smaller though, like this. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to bring this up, but first we are going to open up our title action safe, and we're going to put a ruler here, so press Ctrl R so that it's centered right there. Zoom in. That looks good. In the center. You can zoom in and really see it. We're on it, good. Now what we're going to do is we are going to align this circle horizontally, so right here. And then we're going to just drag it up right there. And bring it down just a little bit. And you can add another ruler here if you want to be really perfect. So this is the horizontal of my follow through shape. And then my ball right here, it should go up a little bit higher actually. So right there. All right, now I'm gonna press Control semicolon to hide those rulers. And I'll press Control R to get rid of the rulers up there at the top. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to press Y and I'm gonna drag this anchor point down. And it's gonna snap to the center right here. Now what we need to do is we need to add a trim paths to this. So for my follow through shape, I'm gonna go to Add, Trim Paths, and then at 15 frames, so I'm gonna click right here, 15. I'm going to open up the trim paths and I'm going to set it to 0. Just like that. Then I'm gonna go forward in time to 30 frames, or 1 second. And I'm going to set this to 100. And as you can guess, we're going to make this ball follow our trim paths. So we're going to open up the rotation and we are going to tie it down to this trim paths right here on the end. And you have to open this up again, so press E twice for the shortcut to open it up. And we're going to add times 3.6. And if we play it back now, we have this. Good. And I'm going to rename this and I'll call this my follow through ball. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to duplicate all this. So press Ctrl D. And you can click on these right here and press L to close these up as well. And then the second follow through background, I'm going to bring it to the top like that. But for this second one, I'm actually going to change the color. And we're going to make this color here, we'll make it white. So click right here. And for the stroke, we're going to make it white. Just like that. And for the ball, we can make it just a little bit bigger. So just open this up, go to your contents, ellipse 1, transform, just make it a little bit bigger, like that. If I play it back now, I have this. All right, now what we need to do is we need to move this over a little bit. So I'm gonna close this up, press L. Then I'm gonna open up these bottom 3 right here. So select them all and press U. And then I need to bring the second follow through background over with the trim path. So I'm gonna select these, just bring it over, and we'll make it a little bit longer as well. So we'll bring it over to 2 seconds. And if we play it back now, we have this. And we can make this stroke a little bit bigger. So we'll do, let's say 28. And if we play it back, we have this. Now notice how our ball is not following our white line. So what we're going to do is we are going to open up our expression right here. So EE. And we see that right here, it says follow through background. And this is the one right here. We need to set this to follow through background 2. So you're going to double click in here. And you can just erase all this if you want. And you can write follow through background 2 right here. Click it. And now notice if I play it back, we have this. But we don't want it to appear in the beginning, so I'm just going to drag this over to right here. Play it back now, we have this. Good. And you know I'm not too crazy about it ending on white anymore, so I'm actually going to switch these colors around. So I'm going to take my stroke here, copy it, and I'm going to make this the color of my white, so paste. The same for my follow through background 2, paste right here. The ball, we'll make it blue as well. But for our first stroke, we'll make it white right here. And if I play it back, we have this. All right, good. Now what we need to do is we need to actually bring this follow through ball over here, over, so that it doesn't appear in the beginning, like that. And then we need to add our percentage. So I'm going to go over here to my dash pie chart, and I will select my percentage, copy all this, and I'm going to paste it right here, line it all up. And we have to change the expression on here. So click on the layer and press E twice. And we actually have to set this to the follow through background 2. So I'm going to do that. And then make sure there's no space with this. Like that. And if I play it back, we have this. Perfect. And if you want, you can just move this to the center. So press V. So you have something like this. And if you play it back, we have this. All right, and the last thing that we need to do is we just need to animate this ball in the beginning. So I'm gonna go to the beginning of my composition right here. And this ball is right here. And I'm gonna open up my opacity, so press T. And I'm going to set it to 0 in the beginning. And then right here, where the follow through background comes in, I'll set it to 100. So if I play this, we have this. I'll actually move it over just a little bit. There we go. And if you want as well, you don't always have to use a ball. You could say use an arrow or say a bar. So here I have a bar and I've parented it to my layer 5. So if I was to turn off layer 5 and then turn this on and we play it back, we have this. So you can play with different types of shapes. So that's how you can create follow through pie graphs.